Good morning. Today we get to take a beautiful drive down Paulson. The Paulson summit is just behind us. Just did a brake check here. Get to go downhill with a Super Bee. Yippee! Let's see if I get the gears right. Hoping I'm going to underestimate. Go a little lower. I think I'm going to go in 13th gear, which is on automatic. This is automated transmission. So it's still a manual transmission, but the computer does all the shifting. So it's an automated manual transmission. So I drive it like a automatic car, but all the gears and stuff underneath work like a manual. So 13th gear would be sixth gear direct. Sixth direct. Fully loaded Super Bee. Hoping that's the right gear. So you guys are watching this as an extra video. You're watching this if I'm either on vacation and couldn't record. I guess might be a bit of a tall gear. I went a little too high, I think. Let's put our fan on. Basically, I'm either on vacation or my truck broke down or I'm sick, and that's why you're watching this video. I recorded this on October 6th. It is 1 degree Celsius up here. Seven 7:34 already? I just started going. I slept at the Paulson summit. I guess it was 15 minutes for the pre-trip and then a couple of minutes down to the brake check and then the brake check. Yeah, okay. Try to do on these extra videos, I'm going to try to give you guys the date and time, and that way when you guys see snow right away at the beginning of a video or beautiful fall colors like this today, you guys know that, oh, even though you're watching this video in the winter, it's still fall back when I recorded this. Yep, 13th is a little tall. I'm just dragging the brakes here a little bit on this steepest section. Note to self, coming down Anarchist, I want to at least be in 12th. Which would be 5th gear over. In a manual transmission. Basically, all odd numbers are direct and all even numbers are over. And the difference between direct and over is the splitter. Splitting gears in half. I know I probably don't make a lot of sense there. I could do a better job of explaining that. less steep here. Turn the fan off. Fan makes a big difference. I start gaining speed right away. The bridge is just up around the corner. I don't even have forward flashers on. Shame on me. Well, this car's behind me now, so I'm not going to turn them on now because then it would just look embarrassing, and they're already going slow anyway. Going slow enough, I'm going to actually consider pulling over at the bridge here and just letting them go. Man, hauling Super Bs instead of the quad deck sure makes a big difference. There's the Paulson Bridge right here. It goes so much slower. This is where I intended to sleep last night instead of the summit, but I didn't quite make it. Sutka low bed. Man, those fall colors are sure beautiful. Up to 14th gear for this, and it's a little too tall as well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fight my instincts the whole way. I love how the mountain on the other side is just vibrant yellow too. I don't know if that's coming across on camera with the sun coming up from that side. Turn that on. I saw that other Sutka low bed. He might have been talking to me. Passing zone here. I can hit 100 kilometers per hour on the bottom there. Come on, guys, why aren't you passing me? One guy's going, but the other guy's not. Come on. Here we go. guess I could technically be considered a runaway here because, well, no, I could still, my brakes, I haven't used my brakes, so they're cold, so I can still stop. In emergency, if there was an accident in front of us, I could still stop. It'd be a hard brake and my brakes would be hot by the time I came to a stop. But if I did not use my brakes, I would be a runaway. Because I am slowly just gaining speed, and it's getting away from me. But it gets flat down here, so we like to hit 100 kilometers per hour as you come around this corner. Because after that, it's easy. The steep section's done. Well, until we hit Christina Lake. And of course, the people that don't know the hill, you always have to be careful. If there's another big rig in front of you, they might not know that you can hit 100 kilometers at the bottom of the hill. And then they'll go down slow all the way, so you got to be ready for that too. And good for them, they don't know the hill. Don't speed up until you know you're safe to speed up. Ooh, some rocks on the road, small ones. It's that time of year. Run the rumple strips. Thanks, Miler Girl. Man, I just love the colors that coming down the Paulson. So we are westbound, headed down to Christina Lake. Hopefully as we get a little further away from this mountain. That's right, I need to be at 60. Let's get down to 60. Luckily I wasn't going very fast. I was looking at the colors of the trees. A little bit of brake, we're down to 60. I don't remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah, hopefully as we get further away from this mountain we get some sunshine. Over here the sun hasn't come up yet. But the valley opens up, so we'll see. By the time we hit Grand Forks, we should be in beautiful sunny weather. .70-kilometer corner. thinking he would pass us there, but .80-kilometer corner. Let's see if they pass us here. Okay, I won't speed up then. I'll let them do their passing and then I'll speed up. I'm slowly speeding up anyway, but going downhill. You can see the line in the trees, how far the sun is up, where the mountain is still blocking the sun. Welcome to Christina Lake. My phone, I saw the message that popped up. It says, "Welcome back to Canada." I'm like, it's that message. Basically, on the Paulson, it must have connected to a US cell antenna, cell tower, and now I'm connected back to a Canadian tower, and it's like, "Welcome back." I'm like, I never left. Call that accidental roaming, and if you do not have a US plan, you can get charged for US data even though you're still in Canada. I know I've got a US plan now, but I remember back in the day I had to make a phone call every now and then going, "Hey, I got charged for US roaming." I never did go to the US and use the phone there. Accidental roaming, please take that off the bill. I always did, it was just a nuisance. Jess will often just turn her cell phone off going over the Paulson, because the Paulson, it happens quite often where you connect to a US tower. Looks like Christina Lake itself is still in the shade. No sunrise for Christina Lake yet. That's one of the weird things of living in the mountains. The sun sets and then it stays bright for hours before it actually gets dark. Or sunrise, everything gets bright without having a sun yet. All of a sudden you get a sunrise hours after it got bright outside. In the prairies, when the sun sets, it gets dark pretty darn quick. All the tourists have gone home, so Christina Lake changes their speed limit through town from 60 to 70. As soon as the tourists come back, these signs here will say 60 kilometers an hour. At least he's wearing a bright yellow shirt. A lot of the businesses close as well once the tourist leaves. The tourists leave. Like the one tourist leaves, yeah. There's a lot of boat trailers too and boats parked there. I wonder if some of the tourists just leave their boats here over the winter. Come back every summer. Home away from home. CMP. I guess for those of you not living in Canada and don't know what the term RCMP means, it's our police, our national police force. Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Mounted because they used to be on horseback. When when they do parades and stuff, they still do the mounted and wear all the red uniform. So the RCMP still does the dress in the bright red from time to time. Four-way flashers on, because this is not a very big hill, but she's steep. So we picked this load up north of Salmo, a little bit north of Weimar, the small town of Weimar. And it's going to Langley. Sign up. Can't read the sign, but they've got a green sign. Beautiful sunshine. It's going to be a beautiful day. I was in Weimar yesterday, or going through Weimar. It took my brain a little bit to comprehend what I was seeing because it was that big. My brain didn't know where to put what I was seeing. It blended in pretty darn good. It was biggest bear I've seen in my life. He was a little off the side of the road, standing on his rear legs on a little side road. It's rare for us to see grizzlies. We see a lot of black bears, but grizzlies, and that grizzly was one big grizzly. Like, I've never seen something that big. Like, I swear he could put his claws on top of this trailer, like on the top edge. If he wanted to lift his arms up like that and lift, he could have reached the top. It's just such a massive, massive bear. I'm like, if I was in my car, I would be slamming on the brakes and taking some photos, but I'm on a highway. Because that was pretty neat. Never ever seen a bear that big before. And then that was at the south end of Weimar. At the north end of Weimar, a small grizzly bear ran across the road like a teenager. And like two grizzlies and one just massive. And the small teenager would be like almost a fully grown black bear. I've seen really big black bears too, but it took me a bit to go, is that really? And then he went back to all fours and meandered back into the forest. I'm like, that was crazy. And that's why I really want this channel to stop losing money and start making money. That way, once we get our RV, take a little more vacation from trucking and do some RVing, and then we could stop at all those, whenever you see something just amazing, stop and get that on video. Obviously, we're not going to approach a grizzly. I don't want to die. But I'd still stop the vehicle and I guess when you buy a house in the mountains, you should really think about if you're a morning person or an evening person. If you're a morning person, build your house on the west side of the valley. If you are an evening person, build your house on the east side of the valley. Basically, when do you want the sunshine? Welcome to Grand Forks. I always wonder why so many towns have almost exactly this identical sign. BC flag, Grand Forks. So many towns have that sign. I wonder what government paid for every town to make that sign. Because they're pretty darn old, the signs, but so many towns have that one. You got some construction crew here. Slow her down. Grand Forks Curling Club. Season starts October 9th, so in 3 days from now. Try to learn how to curl on the 4th, 5th, 6th. So the leaf blower guy is blowing the leaves. There's two of them. One of them blows them off the sidewalk. The other guy blows them off the grass. And then they send a sweeper through town picking up all the leaves. Which is too bad. I think all the leaves on the ground are so beautiful and you're sweeping it all up. I don't understand people that rake up all the leaves and stuff. I think all the beautiful yellow leaves under your tree are gorgeous. Just leave them there. Maybe once they turn brown, run the mower over and let them fertilize your lawn. Just thinking, do any of my wheels need retorque? Coming by the tire shop. And no. That was one of the other quad decks I pulled that needed the retorque. So I'm good. I'm good. Hey, there's a Sutco van truck there. Is that a reefer? Reefer van. Being pulled by a day cab? No, it's not a reefer. It's a live floor chip truck. Never mind. Not a van at all. Must be blind. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We have made it all the way from Paulson Summit through Grand Forks. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I think the colors are just gorgeous this time of year. another hard climb over Eholt, Anarchist, and then today's Friday. I have to decide if I am trying to attempt to make the delivery to Langley today or just go home. We'll see how long it takes me to get over the mountains and see if I can even make it to Langley, because I'm not going to be stuck in the lower mainland over the weekend. It's Thanksgiving weekend. It's not going to happen. If I don't think I can make it, I'm just going home and delivering this on Tuesday. So for those of you that have hit that join button, thank you so much for the monetary support to slowly pay off these cameras and maybe make this YouTube channel profitable. If you have hit that join button and you don't see your name in the credits, remember this was shot on October 6th. If you were a member back then, your name will show up in the credits here. Once we get back off vacation, or whatever reason you're seeing this video, the credits will be up to date again. Let's pull in over here. I'll pull off the cameras, head down the road. So thank you guys again for watching. Thank you for all your support, all the comments. Really, really appreciate you guys. You guys absolutely rock.